Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is FistofFury692, and welcome to World of Tanks' new update that came out today. Well, technically, this video would be very late. First and foremost, we have to talk about this because this is a huge update for World War II people in this game. First and foremost, as you can see on the bottom right corner, I'm just going to say this right now for anyone who needs a more tank slots. Now is the time because you can buy it with silver. It's 240,000, credits, in-game credits, not gold, because Jesus Christ. These nice garage slots coming in, and we can buy them out with silver. Thank you, because I had so much silver. I need some uses, even though I'm up to 72 garage slots now before starting this video. I would recommend anyone to get garage slots immediately right now because in-game credits can be earned easily with premium tanks and all that. And if you need more garage slots, now's the time to do it before it goes back to paying 300 gold for a goddamn garage slot, or 100. I don't know. I haven't looked at it before this update came out, and I didn't know about this part. But yeah, this is a major thing. But we're not going to try to make this video very long, so I will try to go quick. We are getting Czechoslovakian heavy tanks. They're not out yet. Also, if you notice on the bottom screen where it says battle, there's a blue circle. That's right. The major big thing in the update is now World War II has co-op. So now there's multiplayer and co-op. It's the same thing like Cold War, except for True Vision should not be a thing, but unfortunately World of Tanks development team still has the need to do some tweaks here and there because there's a lot of tanks that could still shoot blindly at you and hit you even though you're detected. Or not detected, sorry, non-detected. So, out of all that, yes, we got also the Season Pass thing coming out and all. I mean, it's already out now, and I'm already doing a video on it right now on the new Season Pass Ultimate with the lovely teddy bear, which, God, he's fucking adorable. How can you not love him? I mean, come here. Let me look at him, guys. Look at him. He's fucking adorable. Look. He's fucking adorable. I mean, not recommend paying 3,300 gold, but if you buy the Season Pass Ultimate, you get a tank, skip 25 levels and all that. But, God, I'm sorry, it just amuses me to see a bear running around with an artillery shell. But we also get more commanders. We also get the first ever in the Season Pass, the Leopard 1A1, which is a prototype upgraded version of the Leopard 1. I'll just try to show that real quick. There it is. Oh, it's not showing it on screen. There we go. Leopard no, not A1. See, I get confused because Leopard A1 is such a classical, old school German, Cold War tank. No, this is Leopard 1A1. And just like a normal Leopard, amazing good pen, probably has crap for armor. Yep, already you can see. And it's an Era 2 premium tank, so yeah, that's what you get with the Ultimate. But you also get a free CS52 Lust tank, which is not bad. We get the Grizzly. The other tanks we get is Fighting Girlfriend, which I don't know why, that's been always there, and King Dragon, which, in my opinion, if you're a World War II person, this is a tank you want to pick up if you don't have, because not only does this tank make money and stuff, it also gives you a pretty much a 15% bonus, well, not 50% bonus, 30% bonus to crew XP earnings. So if you got like a commander with only 100% 1-star thing, this is a tank you want them to be trained in because it's a decent, okay, medium tank with a good gun for its type of tier. So I would recommend picking this up for that reason alone. But Fighting Girlfriend, hit or miss, and then you get the Grizzly, which is a low ranking tank, tier 5, right there. Plus, we also get another commander real quick. Let me show her real quick. Here she is. This is a Czechoslovakian 3-star commander, and I say, dear God, Wargaming, do you have any morals? I thought the vampire chick was slutty enough, but this, what the? Just, I can't see no one going to battle looking like this. Who puts on Langoliers and stuff like that and boots like that and show much skin and going right into combat like that? It just no. I. But anyways, she's 130% crew XP training along with the bear, so really worth it to pick it up because again, 130%. You don't need to have the perk to make crew XP earning faster because she has 130%. No need. And I swear to God, Wargaming needs to fix that perk system. But anyway, but let's get on to the main thing, which is AI Cold War, which there is a lot of pros and cons, which I will discuss in this video while playing a game of World of Tanks. And I'm going to play some rare tanks, too. Like, tanks that you rarely don't see anymore in this game, because, honestly, the whole point of this game, like with some things, like some of the premium tanks I don't even touch anymore because of World War II, but now, with AI, I have a chance to play around. Okay, we're in a game now, because AI takes a little bit longer, I've noticed, and remember this old tank, everybody? FCM50T? Yeah, I'm going to actually enjoy some of the tanks. And that's the thing. We're going to talk about the pros and cons. By the way, if you hear the TV, guys, I'm sorry. That's my girl watching TV, so it's not like I can control the volume. We turn it down as much as we can. But my apologies if you hear that. But anyway, so AI. What do I think about it? Well, pros and cons about this AI system that I notice immediately. One, playing old tanks is fucking fun again. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can play them still in multiplayer, but because of the fact that usually 90% of the time in AI, it's going to put me in AI where against 8, so I can enjoy like the FCM50T, the Canon Jagdpanzer, a lot of Craft Panther. Like, I can enjoy those things again without feeling like I'm a diehard because, remember, AIs only target people they spot first. So as long as I stay in the back and they're shooting at these light tanks, I can actually do some shots. Now, I try to do a blind shot on there because usually they drive pretty slow, but I'm just aiming. And I actually like that. I like the two modes because, one, if multiplayer, like, if you go batshit insane to where, because let's face it, it's a repetitive game. Most games in multiplayer are always repetitive, but here it's nice to know to have a mode where you can just sit back and relax a little bit, except for me right now because I'm being an idiot exposing myself. But you can just sit back in a little bit because see, AIs are gonna do dumb things like that. You can pen them. It's just beautiful. I mean, I used to love playing that in the Cold War to get most of my challenges done, but now I'm glad that AI can be a thing because now people can actually play tanks a little bit more. Like, I had friends that hesitate playing tanks because they don't want to deal with the multiplayer, the cancer, and all that. But you can now say, well, hey, let's just play AI then. I'll play my premium tank, make some money, we'll have a good time. That's what I mean. Like, at least you can have some more opportunity fun with it. Now, is it great to play the mode? Oh no. I mean, without premium days and without, a premium tank, you're going to lose a lot of money. Like right now, I'm making every shot count with the standard rounds to make sure to win. Also, the little known fact too, if you play AI, make sure you have a tank with a lot of ammo. I had one game when I was playing the Fortress. Yeah, you remember that old tank that not many people remember? I played the Fortress and I ran out of ammunition. So I'm like, there were still half the enemies left, and I'm like, oh no. Because they didn't expect the Fortress to survive that long. Aim for the underbelly. Oh, come on, he angled just in time. Damn AI. I mean, the AIs are not, like, dumb. They're still challenging. Like, if you're driving a light armor vehicle like I am right now, it does okay. Now, granted, just like Cold War, for anyone who didn't play AI in Cold War because they don't want to play Cold War tanks, I understand that. Because Cold War tanks, unless you have premium tanks or you had a lot of time on your hand to grind out the Cold War vehicles, I can understand that. Or not like True Vision. But however, in my opinion, it's I mean, you're not going to get everything in the Season Palace challenge done. You ain't going to do like multiplayer challenges. Like, for example, I may be having a good time right now, and I'm getting like 4 Season Pass challenges done by penning 5 shots and or doing penning 125 games. But they put away easily like 3 challenges slots to make sure that it's like, you forcibly have to go back to multiplayer. And you don't get the full reward, like I said. That's why I said premium and all that earlier, because it does take away like a good. I would say, what is the ratio? Probably. Let me look it up real quick. It's around like 55% negative when you play these modes. So you can't like blind shot and miss. You have to land your shots. Otherwise, you're just gonna go negative and negative and negative. Now, granted, there are some tanks you could do that. I mean, I play tier 10s and stuff like that. Also, I didn't even notice about this, like the mouse and stuff like that has 2 guns on it now. Like, they could fire a little small stubby gun and the other one. Now, I know the E100 does that. I know some tanks have that. Not every tank. Some. But I don't know. I mean, I understand why they put it on there, because at the point of, the gun had 2 capable of firing guns, but unless it's a weakly armored vehicle, there's really no point of having that besides annoying the enemy by tracking them. Maybe that's the only purpose to have it, is to track the enemy. So, I don't know. We'll see. Hey, 3rd place. Alright, let me pick another tank, and then we could talk about the problems. Alright, we're in another game. Here's another old tank that you hardly don't see anymore. This is what I mean. I love that with AI. I can play some of the old tanks that I had back in the day and actually enjoy myself a little bit, because the teams are not loading premium to fucking try to kill my ass. But now, this is the part where I talk about the bad about this. Multiplayer. Okay, to explain what I mean by this, because yes, more variety, more options is a great game mechanic design, because more choices you have in a video game to do in a video game, the more likely you will have more people having variety of different things that they would love to play. However, due to the fact that World of Tanks on consoles and PlayStation had to fuse together because of how there's little left of the community. So therefore, does that mean, like, now with AI, where everybody's going to be like, fuck this, I'm going to AI to upgrade my shit, or I could take the loss because I have so much money and stuff, and I've seen people do that. Does that mean that multiplayer is going to suffer even worse now? Because think about this. Usually, everybody knows World Tank system on console. Usually, at a time of a certain day, everybody picks certain tanks in a certain tier because there's not many people. Like, usually 6 o'clock or 5, not 6 o'clock, by what? I would say like 9 in the morning to 12, it's usually tier 6s and tier 5s. And then when it's like 5 o'clock to up to like 8 o'clock, it's 8s, 7s, and 6s. But then when it gets to 10 o'clock, it's usually 10s. So, as much as you want to play your most beloved tank sometimes in multiplayer to get a mark done, get it upgraded, or do whatever, you basically kind of fucked at this point. Where the hell did that shell go? Because if you really think about it, now they're making it more where diehards or people that need upgrades or mark systems are going to play multiplayer now. Because let's face it, multiplayer, there is not much of anything besides getting full reward and getting mark system, getting certain challenges done, and certain things like that. However, I just don't know how to feel, because matchmaking's already shit. I keep telling Wargaming this all the time, that we should have a +1, -1 matchmaking. That's the thing we need the most. Like, if we're gonna have nobody playing multiplayer that much at all, or like, going to like play AI more because people get frustrated of losing all the time, then yeah, we need 1 +-1 system. Oh god, that's a dreadnought. We need 1 +-1 system for these games, because we can't deal with it. And why the fuck can we not? World of Warship's done this. Um, Cold War has done this. Like, fucking, you pick a Era 1 tank, it's gonna fight only Era 1s. It never sees Era 2 or Era 3. I don't understand why Wargaming won't do this to World War II. And I get it, there's some tanks. We know from everybody, there is some tanks that can fight higher tiers. You know, like the light tanks that could sneak around people and shoot people and stuff like that, and I'm about to die. Or, how the fuck did that... I haven't played the Bogcore in a long time, so bear with me when fucking things like that happen. Um, but no, we got light tanks, and then there's some heavy tanks with dirt guns. Yeah, but what about some tanks that can't fight high tiers? Like, take this for example, like the Tiger, the most iconic German tank that everybody knows in World of Tanks, everybody knows in history. So, you take the Tiger tank, and then it has to fight tier 9s. Now, granted, if you have a stock gun, you can't do anything, obviously. But even when you have a fully maxed out gun, you can't do anything against heavily armored tanks, which is a huge problem in my opinion, because of the fact that usually when you face things like, imagine you have to face this guy that's coming at me, the freaking the Gornich, and then you have to fight it with a stubby gun. You ain't gonna do anything. No, granted, yes, I get it. They're trying to say, like, that's meant for challenging and stuff. I didn't know, y'all, my gun was broken. They say, like, that's for challenging and stuff like that. Yeah, but what if that person is only focusing on you alone? What if that Gordon, like it's doing right now, like the Gordon is not even paying attention to me, even though I am a bigger threat if I can pen him. But he's trying to shoot a weaker target, and then comes back to me. This is my point, what I'm trying to say, audience, is sometimes, like, these games, like, you can't rely on your team that much. And like I said in many videos, that teamwork doesn't work easily in this game. Now, granted, you can if you have a team that works or someone that can come save you, fine. But usually 70% of the time, audience, teammates just don't cut it. It just doesn't work. Because you just gotta rely... Because not only that, the mark system is a problem why low tiers does not work. And I don't know how the hell I bounced that, but I'm glad I did. Like, for example, like, if you're a low tier, chances are a high tier is going to kill you. What, do you think the high tier is going to shoot the most deadly and hard tank right off the bat? No, he's going to shoot the weakest one first to get rid of it, and then focus on the main problem tanks. And this is a problem, why, that's it. And I know I'm dragging this on and on and on. This is not like AI I'm saying, but this is a problem for AI. Because if people are getting fed up, getting killed left and right, getting slaughtered in multiplayer because the matchmaking is so bad, because they won't remove the 2 plus minus 2 thing, that people are going to come more and more to AI to enjoy themselves. And I can't blame them. But it's going to suck for people that need to work on shit. It's going to suck for people that want to get challenges done. It's going to suck for people that just want to experience a good game, have fun, and get rewards, get better tanks. But they can't do it easily in multiplayer because too many people diehards spam premium, spam all this, go against high tiers that they can't fucking fight, and expect to be okay. It's just... I don't know. Let me pull up the next game for you before continuing this. Okay, audience, here's the third part of the game. Now, I've already talked about the pros of AI being to enjoy some of your old tanks again and stuff like that. The bad of some multiplayer maybe suffering over this. And plus, I'm also playing the mouse too, audience, so that way you could see the new firing mechanic that I just said. Like here, if you hold down the button, or if friends like my friend's Chunks that has the A switch thing. I don't know why he does that though, but it's his controller. So basically, you switch rounds like this, and then you fire the little stubby gun or the big gun. Now, so far, I've only seen the mouse and the E100 that have this. More tanks will be coming out with that type of feature, so we have something to look forward to. So anyway, audience, to be honest with you, while you're watching this gameplay right now in AI with the mouse right now, which thank you, Chunks, again for the mouse skin. As you can see with the Canadian flag on that. I'm not Canadian, audience. It's just I put flags on for people that help me, like Saz and all the other people that helped me through the past of getting me stuff. But anyway, So, what do I think of how they can fix this? Well, to be honest with you, there's really much not fixed to be done, except for one thing. Multiplayer needs to change rapidly now, to my opinion. Because honestly, audience, having 2 plus minus 2 matchmaking, and now we have the option to do AI in World War II, mind you, we should have this mechanic. There is no excuse. There's no bullshit. We need this in multiplayer now. Because now that it has a competitor to where people could say, fuck this, I don't want to play multiplayer, I want to enjoy something and play an AI, now they can. And then people who need to work on grinding and doing challenges and stuff like that is going to suffer now. And I'm not saying don't get rid of AI, and I'm not being down with the AI. I love the feature. Like I said, I'm playing, you just saw 2 tanks that you don't see much in multiplayer at all that you can physically enjoy. And I like that feature. I like the fact that you have a mode to. It's kind of reminds me, honestly, to audience, if anyone as old as me, the war stories, where you could, when you complete the war stories, you could play your tank and enjoy an AI battle against people, tanks, and stuff. It brings a hope to smile to my heart when it comes to that. But honestly, multiplayer needs to adapt into heavily changes because of this, because I could see multiplayer suffering. It's going to be either surrounded by people that, like I said, is going to be diehards for mark hunters, or it's going to be people trying to grind, but they just can't because they're always 2 tiers higher. Like I said, just like I said, imagine like you're playing the stock tiger and you're always constantly getting into nines, audience. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, you don't want that. Like, that needs to be changed immediately. So yeah, so I'm testing out the new firing thing of the guns now, and yeah, you could tell the gun's not really useful against heavily armored tanks. However, it's really useful to track them. Like, if you can get their tracks and make them to hold still, you can actually get an assisted track. Which now, that's funny now. It's bad enough the mouse sometimes scouts, or sometimes the mouse like can like take hits, and now we can track things and get assisted tracking damage. Just what the frick? Is there anything this mouse can't do? Not take an arty hit. Well, honestly, audience, in my final verdict of this, since I'm not going to be showing the full gameplay of this because this is going to take forever because it is a tier 10 game, but I just wanted to show you like the unique feature of the. It's basically, if anyone knows Cold War, it's exactly how you switch out your rockets. It's nothing new for anyone who's a thing, but it might be new for a World War II veteran that only plays World War II. And yeah, this is all my opinions of the new update. I just hope, my only wish to audience is World of Tanks changes the multiplayer immediately quick. Now, granted, I know that's terrifying because Wargaming doesn't make the best decisions in the world. We all know that, audience. But to me personally, this needs to change. And if they're gonna add in new modes, like God, if they bring back war stories, it will be such a. I would literally probably cry on camera because that is a mode I miss so fucking much in the day that it's just sad to see it gone. And I hope to dear God they'll bring it back. But I don't know if they will. Since now we have AI, there'd be probably too much pressure on the little community we have left in World Tanks. I don't know. Leave down in the comments what you think, audience, how that turns out. But honestly, yeah, that is my final conclusion. I'm Fist of Fury 69-2, and I will see you comrades in the next tank review. Guten Tag, or good.